Yo, what up, dogs? It's Lil Bonbon here. Now let me tell you, I'm like an arbiter of taste in this world, and whenever I tell you that there is a sick new artist or a just fire sick new track that you gotta check out, you gotta check it out. So when I tell you gotta listen to the song in the description, you listen to it, alright? Go check it out. In all seriousness, we actually have a very deep track here on our hands. It's called T.H.O.T. by Lil Mark and some of his friends, including someone called Gremlin. Now, I first heard about this track because I was at church, actually. And I'm friends with Gremlin, and he walks up with me, and he's like, yo, John, what's up? And, we talked for a bit, and he was like, yo, man, so I got this, sick new rap track coming out, and you should totally listen to it when it comes out. And I was like, that sounds dope, man. I'm totally listening to that. And let me tell you, I listened to it, and it blew my mind. Okay? Because a lot of people might be tempted to just take this track and dismiss it as some kind of, novelty, fad rap track. But actually, this song has a very deep and enduring meaning that is applicable to anyone in any kind of, walk in life. And so I think it's important if we just take the time now to really look deep into these lyrics. I took the liberty of writing it down, just so that we can be sure that we got the right lyrics going here. So let's take a look, guys.
T.H.O.T. T.H.O.T. Doing stuff with anybody, hey. Counting up bodies, acting like it's just her hobby. Yeah. T.H.O.T. T.H.O.T.
Now, a lot of people might like to take the surface meaning of that, some promiscuous girl, going out, doing things with everybody, but actually I would like to present a more comprehensive view of this song for us, like a paradigm for us to look at this song through. And I think that actually every time they say thought, they actually mean a thought. Okay? So consider this. T.H.O.T. T.H.O.T. Obviously, he's recognizing that the thought is coming into his mind, right? Doing stuff with anybody, counting out bodies, acting like it's just her hobby. So, what he's talking about here is just how effortless it is whenever these promiscuous thoughts, our innate human desire to procreate, just flows into our head, and it's so effortless. It's like it's just a hobby to, I was about to say hobbit, to, these thoughts to just fly into our head, right? And then Lil Mark comes in and he spits some fire wisdom, all right?
Thought eliminator, thought hater. I would never ever ever date her. I ain't about that life, bro. Stop hitting up my line, ho.
Now, here's the deal. They are using thought as a sort of as I said before, it's a metaphor, it's a paradigm, all right? So whenever he's talking to the thought like it is actually a girl, he's more referring to how he's dealing with his thoughts. So he says thought eliminator, thought hater. He's trying to clear his mind. He's doing some Zen meditation here, all right? And then he says, I would never, ever, ever date her. Once again, the metaphor, he's just saying he doesn't want to associate himself with these thoughts. I ain't about that life, yo. Stop hitting up my line, ho.
She think I'm easy like a free throw. She bout to get hit with that nice flow. Shout out to my man Trey, though. He plug it any day on the low, yeah.
Now, I think what he means by nice flow is like a flow of just positive energy, of good thoughts, a nice flow of good thoughts, and not these, thoughts that he's been trying to avoid and disassociate himself from.
We out here making these thoughts wanna meet us, but they ain't loyal, so I don't never trust.
A lot of times we do things that incite thoughts to come into our mind, right? You may watch a movie and it has a girl in a bikini and you're immediately like, oh my gosh, I can't stop having these promiscuous thoughts. I just gotta, I gotta control my mind, right? So that's how you get these thoughts to want to meet you. You consume this media like this. But in the end, he makes a very novel and deep observation that, you know, these thoughts ain't loyal, so he never trusts them, right? The pleasure that we get from, you know, these bad thoughts that we have, it's only momentary. It's not worth trusting, you know, it's not gonna bring you lasting fulfillment.
My girl see these thoughts in my DMs, now she making fuss.
That shows the effect that, you know, these bad thoughts can have not only on ourselves but on our relationships with others, our significant others. You know, his girlfriend is who he's talking about here, and even she's affected by his battle with these promiscuous thoughts. And that's all that I really feel like unpacking in Trigger Trey's lyric, because we've got so much stuff to get through here, all right?
One, thought two, thought don't need a new, thought neck so cold, I need a flu shot, they started so young, call them tater thoughts, coming at these thoughts like it's an onslaught.
So here we have Daddy Duck, and he likes to do a little bit of wordplay, which is interesting because of how wordplay intensive the song already is, right? Daddy Duck is touching on a very valid point here. You know, a lot of days, especially with the internet, these thoughts come to us a lot sooner than they should. You know, with the advent of unsavory internet websites, let's call it that, so I don't violate the terms of service, you know, things like that, kids stumble upon this, and then they start having these thoughts. It starts so young, you could call it a tater thought. But now, of course, he started the pilgrimage. He's coming at these thoughts like an onslaught. This song should be the anthem of the pilgrimage. I'm not actually a part of the pilgrimage, but I'm gonna call him up and tell them that.
She sliding my DMs, I'm like, psych, you thought, curve game so clean, just like my jump shot. One of these days, she gon' get caught. Name's Daddy Duck, I don't mess with thoughts.
Now, of course, it wouldn't be a rap if there wasn't some kind of reference to a sport in it, right? Football, basketball, hockey if you're Canadian. Actually, I would really like to hear a Canadian rap with hockey. Is that a thing? If it is, comment, let me know. I want to know. Now, of course, is my favorite Gremlin. Gremlin's lyrical ability, his rapping style, it's just so unique and so... I don't even know how to describe it. It just sounds so good, and his voice is so... It's like satin. It just tickles your ears. He's like an ASMR rapper. Let me tell you right now, Gremlin is dope.
Be gone, thought!
Hey!
All these thoughts pull up to my spot, expecting some top.
Hey, you can't say that.
My bad. And I just gotta say no.
Once again, we're getting back to the references of these promiscuous thoughts, and now he's getting into the physical side of things. You know, they are expecting some of his cock. And he's just gotta say no.
All these hoes can't mess with my flow, so I'm just chilling out with my bros. But no homo, cause that's gay.
More of the same, but now he's mentioning his support group, his companionship that he's found with these other guys in the song. You know, they are all also fighting off these thoughts and trying to, you know, develop self-control. And it's beautiful. He's found a support group, you know? But then he makes sure to mention, you know, that it's no homo because he's not gay.
I don't let these thoughts play me. They just trying to take my energy. These thoughts trying to get the best of me. They come up to me in the street asking for my number. I'm like, no. Step off, ho.
His thoughts are taking his energy. Did you hear that? He's spending so much time, or he was spending so much time having these thoughts. And of course, the other side of things. And it was just depleting his energy. And now he's saying no. Step off, ho. Well, that's pretty much it for our review of this song. I hope you gleaned something from it. I hope that you learned that not all rap is bad, you know? This stuff right here, this has meaning, you know? And I am just so grateful to Lil Mark, to Trigger Trey, to Daddy Duck, to Gremlin, obviously, and to their producer Jay, who, you know, have put together this wonderful piece on the struggle of you know, being a person in this modern time where there are so many promiscuous things that influence our minds all over the place. And I just think it's really commendable that they've done this. So thank you from the bottom of my heart to all of you guys. And also, I just have to say, please come to Brazil!
All of these hoes can't mess with my flow, so I'm just chilling out with my bros. But no homo, cause that's gay.